Close your eyes for a second. I want you to imagine stepping onto a world that is radically different from absolutely anything we know. A place where, if you look up, the sky hasn't changed its appearance in literally millions of years.
If you're waiting for the morning light to break, well, you're going to be waiting forever. On this alien landscape, there is absolutely no sunrise.
But here's the kicker, there's no night either. That comforting 24-hour cycle of light and dark that we completely take for granted here on Earth, it simply doesn't exist.
Instead, imagine looking out and seeing a dim, blood-red star just permanently frozen right above the horizon. It's perfectly sandwiched there, casting what is essentially an eternal, never-ending sunset.
So, let's dive into part 1, the eternal sunset, on a planet known as Proxima Centauri b.
Now, it's wild to think about, but this bizarre alien world is actually our absolute closest stellar neighbor. It's sitting just 4.2 light-years from Earth, orbiting a cool red dwarf star. And because it orbits so incredibly close to that star, time works completely differently. Try to wrap your head around this. An entire year on Proxima b zooms by in just 11 Earth days.
But being that close has a massive consequence, something called tidal locking. Basically, it means one side of the planet permanently faces the star, literally boiling in endless daylight, while the complete opposite side is trapped forever in a frozen, pitch-black darkness.
Which brings us to part 2, the Terminator Zom.
Now, right in between those two deadly extremes of fire and ice, there is a sliver of hope. We call it the Terminator. And it's not some visible line drawn on the ground, but an exact, permanent region separating absolute light from absolute dark. If this planet has an atmosphere, powerful winds would be constantly whipping across this twilight realm, circulating heat, and that could actually prevent extreme temperatures, meaning we could potentially have pools of liquid water surviving in this eternal dusk.
Moving into part 3, flora under red light.
So let's play with some speculative biology. If plants were to grow here, they wouldn't look anything like our familiar green forests. Under the dim light of a red dwarf, every single photon is just way too valuable to waste. Any vegetation trying to survive would likely be a dark, dark purple, or even completely pitch black. And they'd have to be incredibly tough, with massive temperature differences driving permanent, violent winds rushing across the Terminator. Any alien trees or plants would have to grow really low to the ground. We're talking super flexible structures with incredibly powerful roots, designed to just bend in the storm rather than break.
Let's explore part 4, fauna in perpetual twilight.
Okay, let's wander a bit deeper into this dark, alien forest. What kind of animals roam here? Well, in permanent dusk, vision is practically useless. Instead, predators would hunt by feeling subtle vibrations in the ground, detecting changes in air pressure, or tracking thermal heat and weak electrical fields. Just imagine that for a second. An entirely eyeless predator stalking through the twilight. It doesn't need to see you. It can literally feel your every movement long before you even know it's there. But hold on, what if the surface itself is just too violent for life? We have to remember, Proxima Centauri is notorious for unleashing these massive, incredibly powerful stellar flares that would absolutely scorch the planet.
This leads us to part 5, refuges against radiation.
Because of that severe radiation threat, the largest, most vibrant ecosystems might not be on the surface at all. Life could be completely hidden away. We might be talking about massive underwater oceans, life huddled deep beneath planetary ice, or sprawling ecosystems tucked safely away inside deep, shielded cave systems under several meters of solid rock.
There's a great saying that perfectly captures this. When we search for life beyond Earth, we shouldn't necessarily search for another Earth. Proxima b is a stark reminder that evolution can happen in radically strange ways, far, far outside of our traditional expectations.
Picture yourself standing back on that Terminator boundary one last time. Right behind you, a frozen, eternal night. Straight ahead, a permanent, boiling day. And right where you stand, in that eternal sunset, evolution has had literally billions of years to experiment.
So, what does this all mean? If life truly is lurking out there in the twilight of Proxima b, what do you think it looks like? Would they live entirely underground? Would they even have eyes? Could they be intelligent? Drop your most wild theories in the comments. I'd absolutely love to read them.